John McCain reportedly learned last week that his running mate's 17-year-old daughter is pregnant and plans to marry the child's father. Bristol Palin's choice to raise the child herself reflects her mother's pro-life choice, obviously her own as well, and it is turning the focus to hot-button political issues, including sex education and abortion rights. So let's bring in pro-choice activist Jennifer Bly-Stockman, national chair of the Republican Majority for Choice, and right-to-life activist Charmaine Yost, president of Americans United for Life. Welcome both.
It's great to be here, Andrea.
Thanks for coming. Charmaine, first to you. What does this choice of this running mate, Sarah Palin, and what her family situation is now, how does that become an emblem for your movement?
Well, you know, just the consistency and the authenticity of her message, I think, has really resonated with people. And the proof is really in people's reactions. You know, $10 million over the weekend. People are coming up and saying, okay, I'm energized now, I'm excited. People are, you know, ordering the McCain-Palin thing. So you see things across the board of particularly conservative women, and let's face it, Andrea, who just really feel like this was a historic moment for us.
Jennifer, is this a setback in terms of your efforts for decades to move the Republican Party towards a more pro-choice position?
Well, I think if you're talking about Bristol Palin specifically and her pregnancy, it's obviously her choice to have the baby, and she has the support of her family. So we are certainly not standing in judgment of that, and that's really what we believe in. It should be
what about
a freedom
Sarah Palin
of choice.
and Sarah Palin's positions on this issue and how they reinforce John McCain's? You now have a very tough position, as has been traditional in the Republican Party.
Well, it clearly is a pro-life ticket, and we're obviously disappointed that John McCain didn't pick a pro-choice vice president. We thought there were many qualified candidates that he could have chosen from. We are surprised that he chose somebody from left field with not as much experience as we would have hoped for, and so forth. However, what is not clear in our minds is whether the McCain-Palin ticket will look to make abortion and family issues the center of their administration. We don't think they will. We think that they're going to put in front of social issues, fiscal matters, national security, and so forth. So we think compared to a Bush administration that we're in a much better position than we were.
Will you be disappointed, Charmaine? Will your movement be disappointed if they don't make abortion issues and social concerns front and center?
Well, here's the thing that is exciting about Governor Palin when you look at her life record, is one of the things that she was really involved in Alaska was parental notification legislation. The research shows really clearly that the American people are about 80% behind common sense restrictions on abortion like that. So when we talk about what a strong pro-life ticket this is, but it's also a common sense pro-life ticket that the vast majority of Americans can get behind. I mean, Andrea, I was really interested to see, I'm starting to see some polling data that even amongst Hillary Clinton supporters, a large percentage were pro-life. So this is a ticket, you know, Sarah Palin has the ability to appeal to a lot of women across the board.
Jennifer,
and to bring them together.
So? I mean, do you think Hillary Clinton supporters or more socially conservative will find this appealing?
Well, certainly the socially conservative women will find Sarah Palin appealing. I don't believe most of Hillary Clinton's supporters are socially conservative. I think they're moderate on social issues especially. And from the stream of emails I've personally been getting and our organization is getting, you know, they're very concerned. I think we're all waiting. We're not judging, but we're waiting for more information. We are not convinced that this is a slam dunk for women voters for McCain.
Charmaine, are women in general feeling a gender divide here with all of the talk about the teen pregnancy and Sarah Palin's personal choice even in having a child who was developmentally challenged? Does there seem to be a disconnect between men and women, or do you think it crosses gender lines?
What's really concerning me here at this point is I think you see her being asked a lot of questions that you would not see a male candidate being asked. I think you see a lot of people not paying attention to the fact that she does have a husband who is very clearly involved in her life and in her career, and they are a family that appears to be a team, and I think that's an important thing to continue underscoring.
Extraordinary developments in the last couple of days. We thank you both for joining us for
Andrea.
this conversation. And